All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Springboro Tea Party's Reaffirmation of the Bill of Rights rally. This has been in planning for a little while, and we've been putting a lot of time and effort into it, and every last penny we could to try to get this bad boy to happen. So if anybody has good favor with the man upstairs, say a little prayer, and hopefully we have clear skies throughout the whole event. Okay, closing remarks, and I just wanted to thank everybody for coming here today, not just the speakers, but also everyone else that came to listen, people who came to participate, have all their views expressed, all different points of the political spectrum, because the fact that unlike the Republicans, Democrats like keep us divided. One thing the Springboro Tea Party does is try to keep us all united, because we're all one people. We may have differences of opinion, but we do not, like Martin Luther said, do we not all bleed red? We need to fight for our rights now while we still have them. And we need to hold all levels of government accountable and start asking questions. Go to your local school boards. Listen to how they're doing things. Read their agenda sheets. Go to your city council meetings. Start asking questions. Prime example here in Springboro recently, Mayor Edgenbrew, I'm hoping this is going to be his last term. This gentleman received 6-figure donations from the likes of Arlen Specter before he died, in an uncontested mayoral race. In Springboro, Ohio? Really? WTF, man. Oh, man, it was so close, man. I should have went ahead and ran it out. At least I could have stopped him. Hell, I would just put his voting record on the line and just started asking questions. But I wish someone would go up against Edgenbrew. I mean, the gentleman's 68 years old. He even said by his own admission that he has no further political aspirations, but he just wants to be the mayor of Springboro. Does that not sound like Boss Hogg to you? Yep. Who's next? Who's this Roscoe P. Coltrane? Come on, Flash, we're going to go get him. So these are some things you need to start asking yourself, some serious questions. And I think term limits on local level is definitely a must. I'm on the fence on the federal level because of the fact that I do believe you need your Barry Goldwaters and your Teddy Kennedys to kind of set your polls. Because of the fact that you know where they stand, whether you like them or not, you still have regard for your enemy. You know what I'm saying? I never wish ill will on anybody. But you know what? At least I know where Teddy Kennedy stood. At least I knew where Barry Goldwater stood, and I could respect their positions. It's better to be hated for what you are than loved for what you're not. And that's one thing I want to close out with. But I want to thank all of our speakers today, Steve Freiberg, Dan Sullivan, Teresa and Bruce Hall, Eric Deaton, Laura Rosenberger, Don Schrader, Gail Joy, Mary Sue Geimer, Eric Lamont Gregory, Dave Davis, John Anderson, and Hannah Faulkner. And look up their respective links at the Constitution Party, the Americans for Prosperity, and also go to my websites, which are SpringboroTeaParty.com, Council of Conservative Citizens of Ohio, which is cfccohio.org. Also, my personal website, SonnyThomass.com, and my music website, because I promote a lot of local bands, which also air on this network, at the HMD Music Resource Guy, which is thehmd.com. And all the respective Twitter and YouTube links are on those pages. But I want to thank everybody for coming here today and hearing us out, even passerbys that have walking by in the park. They may have heard something and might think about it. Just because you, or I stood up here and had an opportunity to come up to a podium and say, hey, this is what I think. This is how I feel about this subject, and I'm going to get a megaphone and tell you how I think about it. You don't like it? Walk away. You know? I'm not going to suppress anyone else's freedom of speech. I will die to my last breath to defend their right to say it, whether I agree with it or not. And I think that's paramount. I think it's totally paramount. I think we need to hold the media accountable. And real newspapers, such as Miami Valley newspapers, we need to reward those people and say thank you for covering the local issues and really standing up, asking questions, and trying to document facts, not fabricate, such as the Dayton Daily skews, as I affectionately call them. They oftentimes take, I will not mention anyone in particular, but I will say someone near the area takes 20% of a fact and spends the rest of it by 80%. And this is by testimony of the Springboro Police Department. They give this individual complete facts on the case, and he fabricates the rest. I mean, this is like the National Enquirer, you know? Remember the old days you watch the cartoons with the little puppets there on TV, with Larry Hagman or whatever, you know? So that makes some definite issues today. So again, make sure you stop at the respective booths. I know they're in the process of putting things away. But I want to thank everybody for coming out, taking the time to set up booths, dealing with the weather. And our prayers were answered a little late, but I think the good Lord is listening because he knows that we stand up for something honest and true, and he tried to help us out as soon as he could. So this is just the beginning of something new. Hopefully we'll get something going by the end of summer, beginning of fall here again, weather permitting, and we will have more interesting people to talk about issues that really matter, not this left-right paradigm crap, but things that affect you and I. That's the only division there should be, is us against them. And we're going to hold them accountable. Thank you.
Give me shelter, don't leave me behind. It's your last life, don't leave me behind. So much pain now, don't leave me alone. Under the cellar door, beneath the floor. So get ready to turn around, 'cause it's your last life to bring me down. So much pain now, I've seen this before. Under the cellar door, beneath the floor.
I've had me enough, but I still want some more. Come on,
There's no turning back, I've reached the point of no return. I've reached the point of no return. I want it all and I want it now. I want my cake and eat it too. I'd like to burn the candle at both ends, it's true. When will it stop? Well, nobody knows. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. There's no end in sight and I wanna do it all again. Come on, let's do it again. Stuck here in no man's land, headed out to parts unknown. I've been under the radar, but now my cover's blown. Looks like my luck's running out this time, and another lesson's learned. There's no turning back, I've reached the point of no return. The man is moving up on me fast. Looks like it's the end of the road. I'm not gonna make it home, I got no place to go. There's red lights in my rear view mirror and another bridge is burned. There's no turning back, I've reached the point